Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we will discuss UPSC prelims syllabus. So what are the topics and things that is given by UPSC for prelims examination. So in preliminary examination there is two paper 1 and paper 2. Paper 1 is basically called GS1 and paper 2 is basically called CSET paper. So paper 1 and paper 2 both are 200 marks. Time duration is 2 hours. Also one more thing, paper 2 is qualifying. You have to obtain 33%, that means 66 marks out of 200 you have to include. Okay, so in paper 1 what are the topics given? So let's read. First topic is current events of national and international importance. So that means what are the events and the policy and initiative that is taken by the government of India is very much more important. What are the impacts on the ground level? We have to study all these things. We have to study current affairs related with our GS1. So questions come from basically GS1, GS2, GS3, all these things, but but all these things are current based. So current based plus the basic things of our topics we have to include, we have to typically read. Okay, and international importance, that means so let's take an example. All of you know that Russia and Ukraine war. So Russia and Ukraine war, what are the impacts on our India? But and also one more thing, Russia and Ukraine war, what are the impacts globally? So we have to know all these things because UPSC importance, UPSC gives importance all these things. Okay, and also UN reports, also international relations with our neighborhood countries, all these things we have to study. And then history of India and Indian national movement. History of India is basically three types: ancient Indian history, medieval Indian history, and modern Indian history. And also Indian national movement is included in modern Indian history. So whenever you read history of India, you have to chronologically listed the point wise. Chronologically you have to read, then you can understand history better. For ancient for current events of national and international importance, you have to read newspapers. And also if you wanted to follow some coaching material, monthly magazine, then you have to read it. Okay, just one coaching materials and not much more, because syllabus is very fast. All of the UPSC aspirants know that. Then history of India. So for ancient India you can follow R.S. Sharma plus Tamil Nadu book and NCERT. And medieval India, it's not important, but you have to know the things. And for modern India, always know Spectrum is the best book. Also someone like Bipin Chandra for modern Indian history, but Bipin Chandra is good for mains especially, but for prelims you have to read Spectrum. And then India, then the third point is Indian and world geography, physical, social, economic geography of India and the world. So for this topic you can follow Majid Hussain book, India and world geography. And also you have to read class 11 and 12 NCERT. Then the fourth point is Indian polity and governance, constitution, political system, Panchayati Raj, public policy, right issues. For Indian polity, political system, Panchayati Raj, public policy, right issues, you can follow Lakshmikant, M. Lakshmikant. Indian polity by M. Lakshmikant. And for governance, you can follow M. Lakshmikant. And for constitution, you can download a PDF from the Google and read it thoroughly. Then economic and social development, sustainable development, poverty, inclusion, demographics, social sector initiatives, etc. For economic and social development, you have to read it from Karen West, and also you can follow Ramesh Singh book. Then general issues on environmental ecology, biodiversity and climate change, you can follow Shankarai's book. Yeah, there is a point given in last that do not require subject specialization. Mark this point, that do not require subject specialization. That means you don't have to master all these topics. You have to gain a basic knowledge, a basic structure, a basic knowledge of these things. You don't have to master. Okay. And general science you can do it from the NCERTs. Then in paper 2, basically called CSET paper. In this paper we have the first point is comprehension, then interpersonal skills including communication skills, logical reasoning and analytical ability, decision making and problem solving, general mental ability, basic numbers and their relations, orders of magnitude, etc. Class 10 level, data interpretations, charts, graphs, tables, data sufficiency, etc. Class 10 level. So paper 2, this is qualifying paper. You have to qualify with 66 marks, that means 33% out of 200. So this is syllabus. There is three note given by the UPSC, so let's read. So paper 2 of the civil service preliminary examination will be a qualifying paper with minimum qualifying marks fixed at 33%, that means 66 marks out of 200. There is 80 question in paper, in CSET paper 2 there is 80 question, but in GS1, that means paper 1, there is 100 question of 2 marks. There is also negative marking 1 by 3rd. You have to note that. The questions will be of multiple choice and objective type. That means each of question have multiple choices, that means 4 options, then you have to choose one of them, the correct answer you have to one of them, and if you wrong choose, then the penalty marks is 1 by 3rd. Then note 3 is, it is mandatory for candidate to appear in both the papers of civil service preliminary examination for the purpose of evaluation. That means you have to give both paper 1 and paper 2. If you do not given one of them paper, then you were disqualified by UPSC. Therefore, so there is a note. Therefore, a candidate will be disqualified in case he does not appear in both the papers of civil service prelim examination. So this is very important note. So this is the syllabus of preliminary examination, and I am tell you some books list in the video, so follow this. Okay, thank you.